Welcome to SA Youth Unlimited. My name is Tosca Mulamane. Here with us is Mr. Colin Lemawane, SABC News Anchor. Mr. Lemawane, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
You recently published, or rather wrote a book on financial literacy. Would you tell us about the book?
Yes, the book that I've written is called Why Broke with So Much Info. Basically, it's a book about financial literacy. It's about finances, especially that are personal. So personal finance is something that's very important. It's an integral part of our lives on a daily basis. I mean, like, it's a book that is about the jealousy about the money that leaves our wallets.
Wow.
So now it's about strategic personal finance management. So that is the book that is questioning the ins and outs of money, whereby, for example, when you receive a lump sum, a salary or a certain huge payout, it can be a severance package, it can be a pension payout. Many people get excited when they get that type of money. So then the problem is, at a later stage, that money is gone. So the book focuses on the process that is between receiving the money and letting it out. So it means that you have one source of income, which is a money out inlet. But then when your money has to go to accounts, paying a bond, paying a car, and other things, it means that you have many money outlets. So like a river that outflows, very soon it will run dry. So is the propensity of our wallet being dry. So I'm questioning the status quo. Why do we normally get broke when there's so much financial literacy out there?
Wow. And how do you think that will reach, a normal person, average person out in the communities? And how is this book going to assist, somebody who does not even have financial literacy or information that you are talking about? Referring to?
What I did was to come up with an approach of questioning the status quo. First, because I'm talking about financial literacy, it means that there is financial literacy out there, but people don't have access to it. Now, even in the Bible, it's written that my people perish because they lack knowledge. But it's not that the knowledge is not there, but it's because the language that is used to talk about finances is convoluted. So when the language is bombastic, when there's too much economics jargon, people don't understand that. So they end up living their lives as if like they is something normal, whereas things are not right. There's a saying that says we live the truth as though it's the lie, and we live a lie as though it's the truth. So when your finances are not right, what you do is you cover the cracks. You try to finance your lifestyle, whereby when you run out of money, you get a loan to make up for the shortfall. You borrow from friends, and you portray a fake lifestyle, whereas your finances are not in order. So that is not a correct way of doing things. It's because there is lack of strategy. So many people do not have a proper strategy to manage their finances, not because they are irresponsible. It is because of the pressing circumstances they find themselves in. So it is a matter of financial education, financial advice, but implementation of that strategy.
Wow. Now, would you tell us maybe briefly what inspired you? Because you're giving us so much information that through your observation, you realize that most people do not, I can simply say, people don't manage their finances well, or don't have information on how to manage finances. So what inspires them?
Well, it started first when I was in hospital. I was ill, and then I was just, in ICU. And at the time, I had more time to look at how I was doing financially. So I browsed my financial statements, and I looked at my expenditure patterns. And because if it's only a salary, it means that with expenditure patterns, you look at where your money is going. Is it going to the necessary things? Is it going to the things that you need, or is it going to the things that you want? I realized that I was just swiping my card all the way to financial mediocrity.
Wow.
I was not happy with the balance of my bank account, but I was happy with the swiping. Now, the swiping is a stage of excitement, but the bank balance is a stage of dejection. So after excitement is dejection, and dejection is a state where you are financially depressed and you don't know what to do. But then what happens, and it's not peculiar to me only, many people, when they get to financial depression, they try to make up for that by getting loans, credit cards, and they do all sorts of things to try and make up for the shortfall. So I realized that if I could hear somebody saying to me, please borrow me 100 rand, I don't have money for petrol to go to work during the month, there's something wrong with the way that person is managing finances. If somebody can say, I don't have money for lunch today, can you please buy me a plate? There's something wrong with the management of finances. If somebody say, I don't have money for rent this month, that is something wrong. It shouldn't happen that way for somebody who's working, who's earning a salary. There needs to be a proper budget, and you need to also pay your accounts on time so that you shouldn't be blacklisted.
Wow, we're looking forward to the book. Now, tell us, when is the launch of the book?
It's going to be on the 28th of May at Scoops at Monte Casino at 6:30 in the evening.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Lomoane.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've been watching the interview with Mr. Lomoane on the financial literacy book that is launching in a week's time from now. Thank you.